In today's video we are going to take a close look at another package from China. It's going to be one from Blaze Entertainment. Hey, welcome back to the channel. It's awesome that you're tuning in. So in today's video, it's going to be a quick video regarding something pretty damn cool that just came in. This product has been sent in for purpose of review. I just want to be clear about that. That's something I don't do very often, but I must say that the Super Pocket was one of those devices from Evercade that I found very interesting, simply because it's a very low budget entry point for getting into the Evercade and just start collecting games. So with Evercade we can play all kinds of cool games, and particularly when you're looking at the new generation, even Duke Nukem and all of the games I grew up with are coming out for the device. This is more like an, let's say, a Game Boy looking device, just call it like that. There are two different versions, but in this video, you know what? We're going to take a close look at the Capcom Super Pocket Edition. So where there are many different ways to play nowadays, this is one of those devices that I found very intriguing. And I just wanted to check it out. It's kind of funny that I put this thing on my wish list on the online shop because I just wanted to check it out for myself. So what I already mentioned, this is one of those, let's say, cheaper entry point devices. So I'm really curious how it is with the overall quality, the display, because they're going to give us a 2.8 inch high quality IPS screen. I'm very curious how this will actually look. One of the cool things, you can actually use the cartridges that you can buy separately. So you can just see that I have already obtained a couple of these cartridges. It's the wall of Evercade from this point. So where it's very cool to buy a lot of games through Steam, PlayStation Network or Xbox, I must say that it's very cool to just still collect something, to have a physical game. But in the end I think it's just a lot of fun to start collecting again, and this is just one affordable way to do so. So one of the cartridges I mostly showcase on my channel is this particular one with Xenocrisis. I am such a big fan of Xenocrisis, and what I do think is pretty damn awesome, it comes with a manual, something you don't see very often nowadays. I find a little bit of a bummer because it's more this retro nostalgia novelty that I just love. For example, here having explanation of the game itself. And of course the cartridges, depending what you're buying, some have multiple games. This one has just two of them that I wanted to use in this new product too. But it's kind of cool that it also comes with built-in games, so if you're getting yourself a device like this, you can just pick it up and play and enjoy 12 arcade games. So for example, at the side we already have some previews, for example having Ghosts and Goblins, if I'm saying it correctly. One of the games I do know is 1944 and of course Strider. Let's take a close look inside the pack itself. Yep, I'm completely destroying it. I'm always destroying these boxes, man. I want to keep them in good condition, but that doesn't work always. So there's even some advertisement in here, just explains how everything works and what we're getting. So here we're showcasing the volume control, but I will give you a quick overview of this. Oh, and you can even win 10 Evercade cartridges. That's a pretty damn cool deal. Get more games, expand your Super Pocket. Okay, it's kind of cool. Okay, so in here, let's see, we're having the device itself. Let's see how we can get this freaking thing out. I'm just ripping this thing apart. Oh man, what a horrible package. Does come with a very nice cable. They're using Type-C nowadays, so that is very nicey. Okay, so the packaging. So the first impression is this, it does have a very nice weight to it. I also love the colors. Of course, colors is more personal, but of course the yellow and the blue. Blue is my favorite color, but also it comes with the Capcom logo, of course, or it's basically referring to the logo colors. That's in here, yeah man, I must say that, yep. This is pretty cool, but it's also kind of weird. So this is just actually a piece of plastic that is slide in here. So when it comes to the model itself, it's quite comfortable, I can tell you that. But what is also very interesting is just the way how the D-pad feels of this thing. It's very clickish, and I must say I don't for sure if this is going to be one of my favorite D-pads to play, simply because of the shape. It does have a very nice curve to it, but I've noticed when actually playing, I've been bashing my thumb into the side over here. That is, I wouldn't say sharp, but doesn't have a very nice feel to it. But the ABXY button seems to be feeling right, select start, and of course the menu button. At the back we're finding the L1, L2, the R1 and the R2. So this is a different thing. I don't like mostly of these shoulder buttons. And I must say I've been struggling a lot with these things, simply because with the Chinese ones I've reviewed, they have so many different configurations nowadays. But this, I must say, it's okay. I do have some struggles touching them. It's quite difficult, to be honest. where with the Chinese one they're basically putting them, let's say, on top, and where you're just putting your hands underneath this lid over here for giving it comfortable. Yeah, no, for me this is not the best way to play. And again, it's kind of cool that they give this thing some edge over here at the back, but it's not helping the device itself. Then of course the volume control, and here we can put in the game that we're going to try on later. Hyper Mega Tech. All right. I love the intro tune. So let's get rid of all the filth on the screen itself already. Different kind of languages. I'm just going to keep it on English. Another cool thing they implemented is the choose your challenge. Looking to kick back and relax, and this is just the easy mode, or if you just want to get into a challenge, you have the normal mode. I'm just going to choose the normal mode. Of course, in this part you need to accept and sell your soul, read through it. That's one of the things you need to do. So one of the things I've noticed that there is quite a little bit of distance between the front glass and the LCD, and that's a good thing. Also, it comes in a very hard front glass, so it looks quite nice and very quality. And the display, it's a little bit difficult to record you of the glare. But besides that, it's not bad at all. So here are the games: Street Fighter 2 Hyper Fighting, Strider, Wolf of the Battlefield, Mercs, 1942, 1943, 1944, the Loop Master, I love that game. Bionic Commando, Captain Commando, Final Fight, Forgotten World, Ghouls and Ghosts, that was the name, I completely messed it up, Mega Man, and Street Fighter again. And let's start off with, of course, Street Fighter. Pressing the menu button will give you the special menu, like with the Chinese handhelds that I've seen, when having even the screen can be changed out to the original aspect ratio, pixel perfect. We have even scan lines that we can implement. It's kind of cool, to be honest. Not going to do any of these. Enter the credits. I'm happy they're putting this particular version on here so we can play with every single character. So one of the things I'm really looking for is checking out how the D-pad works, where I'm just not, at first I was not really satisfied with it, due of the feel, but I can tell you they absolutely nailed this. Yep, it's great. For the input, where I'm the biggest, let's put it this way, I'm not the biggest fan of the touch itself. But here having the problem with the back buttons, in my opinion, that I found it very difficult. Oh man, he's just chipping me to death. The biatch. Nevertheless, it's quite difficult to get in touch with the back buttons. See, that's what I mean. No, it's not something I'm going to be liking. Next up, let's take a close look at the 1944 Loop Master. Man, there's still a lot of crap on my screen. It's really annoying. But next up, let's see how the overall emulation is. So these things are Evercade. In general, absolutely great when it comes to overall emulation performance of the previous models. It's responsive, so that's not a problem whatsoever. But let's take a close look at some Captain Commando. And I'm really curious about this particular device and this game running on it, because most of the emulation of the Evercade is pretty spot on. And this particular device is no difference too. All the sound effects are here, everything sounds pretty damn clear through this freaking front speaker. Another thing I wanted to check out, let's save for fun. We have a quick load, quick save over here. I love that they make the screenshot. That is one of those features I most of the time really love. Of course it's cheating way, because you can just save to a certain point. The final fight I mostly play is the one from the Sega CD, due of the amazing soundtracks. But absolutely, this Capcom version is completely the thing that I just love. Shmups and beat 'em ups, man, it's absolutely a perfect combination for the wicked. But nevertheless, they're having the Strider game. I can still remember playing this on the Mega Drive for the first time, but of course the arcade game is so much more cooler to play. Okay, already messing that part up. It's a man slicing and dicing. I think it's a year or two ago that I actually played the remake. That game was absolutely amazing with a massive stage to discover. Was a lot of fun. Another game I played a lot on the Mega Drive was Forgotten Worlds. I did complete this game a couple of times with friends. It was so cool. They can just like fly through the stages, shoot, and after some time collect some blue things and upgrade your character. That was so cool. But let's take a close look at all the other stuff we can do with it. Pressing the menu button over here, we're finding the Capcom, where you can enter the Capcom games. Over here having the Evercade, and this board where you can just add ourselves the game cartridge. So let's just try myself the favorite game I always love to play. There we go, there we can enter different games. Later on we're going to try that out, but first I just want to take a close look at the other part of the settings. Display. Ray mentioned before, you can change out the aspect ratio and all the other things. The music can be changed in here. Languages, difficulty, legal and support, and credits. But let's take a close look at the Evercade part. And let's start with, of course, Xenocrisis. I was really curious about how the D-pad will respond, and I can tell you that it's not disappointing at all. I found it quite interesting to see how this product Evercade is just evolving themselves in absolutely something different than all the competition have seen before. Where most of these plug-and-play devices just on one-time purchase, this is a product you can just enjoy and just keep playing. So this new version Super Pocket, I'm just going to be honest, compared with say all the cool ways you can play, I think it's a very cool, nice looking product with a beautiful display. So it's not even in 3 inches, but I think that is not a big of a deal. The only thing, if I need to complain about this particular product, it's going to be the back buttons that I just don't like. Yeah, and that's not because of the way how basic it is. No, they did absolutely some cool things to it to make it more ergonomic. But in the end, I'm just holding it. I don't get myself like using them, and you know, especially when you're just playing some Street Fighter, I have so much struggles. Nevertheless, let me know in the comments, did you ever got yourself in this device? Let me know what you think of the back button and all the other features. Yeah, it's a great way to play, but also to collect yourself some old school games. Thank you all for watching, subscribe to the channel, hit the little bell, and it would be great to see you in the next video.